If we give up, we'll never find a way to that other shore of ours. And I feel it from all of you, that you understand that message, you understand the heart of what we did, not just the sport record of what we did. Thank you.
One of the reasons the Cuba swim has been a lifelong dream for me, it is the Mount Everest to the ocean, so there is that sort of epic athletic challenge. It's the most difficult 100+ mile challenge of any swimmer on this earth. But there's something about the peace between Cuba and the United States as well. I grew up in Florida. The Cuban Revolution happened when I was 9 years old, and thousands of Cubans flooded into my town, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. We were dancing the salsa, we were eating Cuban food, and we weren't allowed to go there. It became the forbidden land. It has been ever since. And so I'm not a political person. I didn't swim across to make some big political statement. But along with sport and the human messages of never ever give up and you're never too old to chase your dreams, there was the message of this beautiful island is just to the south of us. And why? Why can't we share our cultures? Why can't we be friends and fly and boat back and forth on a daily basis? I swam with something of peace in my heart toward the people of Havana and the people of Key West to come together as two nations finally after all these years. Most of the ultra endurance athletes and adventurers on the planet have a love affair with planet Earth. So you talk to the Himalayan climbers and they look up at Everest and Annapurna and K2 and they say, that's where I learned all my life lessons. That's where I learned to be a person of courage and a person of love and a person of peace and a person who respects Mother Nature before oneself. No one ever says, I'm going to conquer Mount Everest, not the true climbers. And so for me, my place is the ocean. And when I sit and look out at the horizon, and when I get out there and I'm in a metronome of stroke after stroke, yes, it's a grueling sport and it's a tough sport, but it's a sport that brings a great deal of serenity to the soul as well. I'm not a religious person, but I might say that I'm in love with humanity. When you're out there in the ocean, 50, 60 miles offshore under your own steam, and there's an edge of sleep deprivation and sensory deprivation, I feel an awe at this blue planet that we get to live on. And I start thinking about the millions of people who came before us and the millions of people who came after us. And a wash of peace comes over me that we need to love each other. We are mistreating the planet, our resources, and we're mistreating each other in many ways every day. And it's time. It's time for us to embrace humanity. I enjoy reaching for a difficult star as a dream. I enjoy tapping every ounce of potential in me. This life is precious, and as Mary Oliver, the poet, put it, it's wild and we only have one of them. And I don't want to get to the end of it having let it all slip by. So I honestly don't care if I succeed at things as much as I care that I've lived large in chasing those dreams. That's kind of what my life's been all about. And when I get to the end of it, I'm sure I'm going to look back and say, whoo, I failed at that, and I didn't make that, and I wish I could have done that also, but it goes by awfully quickly. So for me, I just want to be living at an exalted, joyous, peaceful state and reach for the stars.
A dream, really, that was 35 years in the making.
Only a few miles shy of setting a record that's eluded her for decades.
History being made.
The adrenaline must just be flowing now.
If you can only imagine what people there on that beach are feeling.
Nobody can touch her till she's out of the water.